Hi, welcome to today's podcast of Beneath the Label. I have Gretchen Zachary with us, Team Elite, 4-star platinum. I'm not going to go into all the details because I will not remember all of it. And Casey Holley from the corporate offices, 20 years, research and development. Casey's who I go to for all of my product education questions, like everything. She is my go-to. So she is here to help us, Gretchen.
I can't wait.
She's going to tips and tricks and tell us if we're doing anything wrong with our morning skincare routines and our night skincare routines.
Okay.
Now, we are all different, right, with the products that we use. So we're going to talk this through. I'm low 50s, but 50-year-old woman, right? So my skincare is different from, you're a new mom. How old is your baby?
14 weeks today.
Oh, sweet Lennon.
Sweet Lennon.
So brand new mom. And so we're going to talk about our skincare. And Casey, you're going to tell us what we're doing right and wrong.
Ooh.
I'm sure you're not doing it wrong. I'll just help some guideposts.
Yeah, because tips and tricks, usage, how we're using it.
Okay.
So let's start with morning.
Okay. Most important time of the day.
Is morning skincare more important than night skincare? That's a really good first question.
Thank you.
I think morning skincare, is more important for protection versus I think night is more important for preparation, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because at night you have to kind of help prepare your skin because a lot of our processes optimize at night in our skin. And so you want to make sure that you're giving it the right things so that way your skin can improve itself or repair itself the way that it's supposed to, right? Not like you're optimizing that repair that naturally happens versus in the day, right? You're trying to do everything you can to make sure that you're protecting it from all of the assaults, the insults that are going to be coming towards it from your environment, just from the stress that you feel. And so I don't think there's one that's more important than the other, but I think there's a different emphasis depending on whether it's night or day.
But I love that. I've honestly never thought about that where it's preparing my skin for the day versus helping my skin repair at night. And that difference, because a lot of my stuff is the same morning and night, but a lot of it's different. I mean, part of it's, I'm probably 50-50.
What do you use in the morning that you don't use at night?
Well, I use a sunscreen in the morning instead of at night. And I actually use different serums in morning and night.
Really? What do you use in the morning?
We'll get there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Don't be getting ahead of yourself. Don't be getting ahead of yourself. So we're going to start with morning and preparing ourselves for the day, for the stressors of the day. So I love that. Okay. So Gretchen, let's start with you. Okay. Morning routine.
Okay. Morning routine. Moisture mist, obviously. Lumi Spa with gentle head and sensitive cleanser. Love how hydrating that is. Well, it depends on if I'm pregnant, postpartum, breastfeeding, non. So kind of goes all over the place. But then I'm going in with the accent piece with the bright eyes. I like the bright eyes more than the ideal eyes. And then
we might need to talk about that. Do we need to talk about that?
Technically, that's off-label, but since they're both eye products, then, I don't think there's a whole lot of necessarily concern. You just might not get the optimization from the head with the I Love Bright Eyes versus what you'd get with Ideal Eyes.
Can you actually talk about that, the Age Lock cleanser with the Lumi?
I was gonna have you lean into when you talked about the sensitive cleanser and even the head difference. Yeah. Right?
And how the cleansers work with the Lumi.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Okay. So Age Lock Luma Spa was developed to be a treatment device. That's what, when R&D was developing it, they're we want to create this device that moves the skin, right? That is its primary purpose because some of our research show that when you move the skin, you get these different benefits, right? Benefits that can help with helping your skin look firmer, helping with exfoliation, and the pore pumping and all of this stuff, right? So it was really developed to be a treatment product. But the ingenuity at the same time was let's put it in the cleansing step because just about everybody cleanses. Almost no one skips cleansing.
Right.
And that makes it so universal, whether you're male or you're female or you're old or you're young, everyone is interested in cleansing their skin for the most part.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's why we put it there. So in order to get all of the benefits out of Luma Spa, we developed the different heads and we want it to move the skin. But in order for it to move the skin in the proper or the optimal way, you need the right medium. So I like to think of our treatment cleansers and even Idealize as a medium. And without that right medium, you're not going to get that right movement. If the medium essentially is too thin, and I'm not just talking about viscosity, but it's the rheology, like how it flows or interacts. So if we take a pause here, you know, when you put cornstarch in water, right? And it has, like, you can pick it up and it'll flow through your fingers. Yeah. But if you hit it hard, like, it's solid, right? That's rheology.
Gretch, it's like we're in science class right now. I like this.
I didn't know that.
Okay. And so each of the treatment cleansers or each of these mediums have a certain interaction underneath the pressure of the head and between the skin. And that helps to make it so that the heads actually kind of tug on the skin and then they release it, what we refer to as slip and grip. And that slip and grip is what allows for the right skin movement. So it's not too much or it's not too little. So you can get those treatment benefits while you're actually cleansing. So when you talk about using I Love Bright Eyes instead of Idealize, right, there's a lot of technologies or ingredients between the two or call out ingredients that have similar benefits that help with like the appearance of lines and wrinkles or even the appearance of under eye bags and puffiness and discoloration, right? But if you want the skin movement benefits, then you would want to use Idealize because that is the right medium and was developed to be used under the head and between the skin.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just like why you're supposed to use the Age Lock cleansers with the Lumi.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So it's the same thing. And then I think also what makes LumiSpa so appealing is we do have those different heads, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I know for me, and that's not about me, I know, but
it's about all of us.
When I go on if I'm on a weekend where I'm like out in the sun a lot and my skin gets a lot of assault from the environment, like I'm all about the gentle head, like all about it.
Love it.
Right. But then there's sometimes where I'm like, you know what? I just need the firm head. Like I just need to get my skin's kind of recovered, but now I just need to get the gunk off. Yeah. Like it's just the super dirty day or whatever, or I'm feeling more oily for some reason in my cycle or what have you. And so I want the firm head versus the normal head. And so I like the fact that we have all these different heads because they have very different feels.
Yeah.
And those different feels appeal to different people, or they appeal to different people at different points in their regimen or where they are in their lives.
Yeah. I'm feeling better about myself right now because I do different cleansers and different heads morning and night.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Heads? I do gentle in the morning and then I do the normal or firm head at night when I'm trying to like wash my day away. Anyway, I did it more for preference, but now I feel like I'm making good decisions because science is telling me I'm making good decisions.
Yeah. Good job.
And I like the dry cleanser in the morning, especially in the winter here where winter's a little rough. But I don't love the dry cleanser when I'm removing my makeup. I like
the sensitive,
the normal or the acne, depending on how my skin is feeling.
And the acne and the sensitive have a very, very similar feel and a lot of overlap. So but the big difference is that the acne has the salicylic acid in it.
Yeah.
And another ingredient to kind of help with a little bit of extra oiliness, but they have a very similar feel and base formula between the two.
Yeah, I like how like it's lighter, smoother. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Now I want to use real words, and I'm like smoother. It's not liquidier.
Can you tell me? I use one of my favorite products is the line corrector, and I use the line corrector up here, and I feel like I'll do the bright eyes underneath, and I'll do the accent like coming up here, but then I do the line corrector up on my crow's feet, and I love it.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's okay to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about so we've cleansed.
Yes.
I cleanse.
Yes.
Well, no, this is really good because I want to ask about line corrector as well.
Right.
So after you cleanse,
yes.
What's your next step in the morning?
I actually tone first.
You tone before you cleanse?
No. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I cleanse. Mom brain. Cleanse, and then I tone.
And you tone.
Then I do eye cream, and then I do.
Right. Yeah.
And then I go through.
Which makes sense because you would leave the eye cream on. Now, why is toner so important? Because I always tone as well.
So toner has
I usually use the primer, the True Face priming solution.
That's my favorite.
Okay. So originally toners came to be because soaps were alkaline, right? And they would be very, very stripping, and toners would help you put your skin back in that healthy pH before you start to add other products, right? Now today, cleansers for the most part are more like have a more gentle pH. They're not as alkaline. They're at that slightly acidic pH, which is in balance with your skin. So they don't necessarily have that benefit to them, but at the same time, it's just another vehicle to help give your skin different ingredients that it needs. And a lot of times too, like people will feel kind of dry, a little, and not stripped isn't the right word, but you guys know, right? Like a little bit dry, even when you're using something that's gentle on your skin. And so when you put that toner on it, right? That toner just kind of gives it that quick splash, gets it back to its comfort level and helps you move on to that next step.
I always just dump the toner on my hand and pat it.
The same thing.
Does it matter how you put toner on?
No.
You use,
I don't think so.
as long as it's just getting on your skin.
Yeah.
This is our chance to find out everything.
Yeah, okay, but the True Face priming solution does prep you for
Yes.
the True Face products.
And it's because of the ingredients in it,
Yeah.
right?
So there are specific ingredients in priming solution that help make it so that you get better absorption from subsequently.
Okay.
Oh, I feel smart using it.
So yeah. So that's a really
I think we've made good
one.
choices.
We have.
Yes.
So we're very similar up to this point.
Yeah. Okay.
My next step is Future Serum in the morning.
Never used that.
Mm.
I need to. What is it?
It's like the best serum around. Is that not the actual?
Well,
Science.
the actual science terminology is that we actually created Future Serum to be MOAS, the mother of all serums.
See, you're missing out on the mother of all serums.
Is it
So,
the rounded?
Right,
yes.
right now,
It has the little round
Yeah.
cap on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Right now.
that's being fixed, but shh, that's a secret.
Yeah. So Future Serum is amazing, and we would say that it is probably our most potent of all of our serums. Okay,
It's okay, but
Jordan-
remember, 50-year-old lady,
Yeah.
like I need some potency on the wrinkles and the fine lines and you know, anti-aging.
So it has something for everything. Like if you have a skin concern, you're like, oh, my skin has a little bit of discoloration, or I need some more even skin tone. It's got ingredients that can help those visible improvements. Helps with the firmer appearance, the lack of sagging. You know what I mean? So it's got a little bit of everything, but not everyone is there yet. I think that's the important thing, right? Is some people, it could have some preventative benefits, but there's other products that might be optimized for you in this phase of your life. Like I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, you probably love your peptide retinol complex.
but not in the morning.
Now. No one can't use it.
Oh yeah, because you're breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So my doctor didn't approve that. So I'm very jealous because every single one of my friends uses it and their skin is like glass.
Yes. I know.
So I use it at night. And so I use Future Serum at this step in the morning and then the peptide retinol at this step at night.
I cannot wait.
Right after my toner, that's the first ones that I use.
What is the consistency of the Future Serum? Is it like the Essence Ultra?
Not so much.
No.
It's more of a standard serum, but it's more creamy than the Essence Ultra, but
Not creamy like the retinol.
No.
That's a really hard question.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the retinol
Yeah.
is creamy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It reminds me a lot of the pumps, a little bit more.
What do you think I need?
Oh, I don't think you need anything, girl.
You don't. Thank you so much.
But I was thinking when you said that peptide retinol complex hasn't been approved.
Yes.
The vitamin C pump or the Bakuchi
And
pump
Bakuchi,
would be
yeah.
the two that I would probably recommend until you can use that.
And vitamin C in the morning and Bakuchi all at night.
I think those would be perfect.
Okay, cool. And peel pads. The AHA peel pads.
Those are awesome.
Absolute favorite. I love them.
You use those at night or in the
At night.
We are so not like following what I had planned because I'm so excited that this is going everywhere.
I thought that the peel pads, I didn't want to go out into the sun after using them. I was like,
Right. Yeah.
Wait, do you use the retinol in the morning or at night?
I use the retinol at night.
Okay, because you want to like make sure you're 100% protecting your skin after you use retinol with
Right.
SPF.
Yeah.
So use it at night.
Yeah.
Can you use it in the morning? Sorry.
So
ADD.
The primary reason why retinols aren't recommended in the morning are, I feel twofold. I would have to count again. But one is retinols tend like retinols that you would get from like your dermatologist. Like they're really kind of goopy and they don't wear very well. And it's like, I wouldn't want to put
putting
this
makeup on
and
them.
then go out afterwards. Right. And so that's one reason why it's used at night. And then the increased sun sensitivity. And actually the sun can degrade some retinoids too. So when you go out and you're not using SPF, then the sun's like, oh, let me kill that for you. And now you're not going to get the benefits of that.
Oh, interesting.
And so that's what, so you want to protect your retinol by using sunscreens with it. So, but using it at night also is, helps to, again, it's optimal because that's a lot of the time when your skin's doing all those recovery and those repair processes, and it can help to just optimize all that. Or complement.
Good to know.
Yeah. So after my serums, that's when I use line corrector.
Okay.
So I use, whether it's Future Serum in the morning or the peptide retinol at night, then I use line corrector. And I got a lot of lines. I'm not just doing crow's feet here.
Oh, I got a lot of lines. I'm just saying, especially, like, this is usually where you put eye cream, I would assume.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that on it.
So I like spot treat.
Yeah.
Like I do, especially my mom.
You're 11.
Because it's my angry. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I've just... Yeah, it's like that mom face. I'm always disappointed or something. I don't know.
Gosh, that's so sad.
She's not.
No, I'm not disappointed, but
she's just keeping them in line.
Yeah,
yeah, yelling a lot.
But so I always do like between my eyebrows and then my whole forehead, and including my crow's feet, and then around my mouth, like even I don't smoke.
Yeah,
I drink from a straw too much, maybe, and
but it's actually more hereditary than anything else. Like
so it's not the smoking.
No,
not the Diet Coke sipping from a straw.
It's some mechanical aspects of it can maybe help to exacerbate them, but it's not going to be a sole cause. So
it's because of my mom and my age.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thanks a lot.
I can take that. No, then I can keep drinking.
That's true.
So
that is true.
That's
true.
You're welcome.
So it's okay. So that one's fine to just kind of spot do wherever.
Absolutely.
Wherever we want.
And that's what I do too.
Okay.
I also, have you ever used it on your lips?
I just kind of do it just around my lips, but
we should put it on your
lips. Is there a benefit? So putting it on your lips?
We haven't used it on the lips, so I'm gonna be quiet on that one.
Oh. I always do my peptide pout on my lips, whether it's morning or night, to then again get those peptides in there. There it is. There's our peptide pout.
She's beautiful.
But so I kind of do it around, and then I do my peptide pout on my lid.
Yeah.
But that's not during this step.
Oh, so what's next after?
So now I've done my line corrector.
Okay. When do you use the Essence
And then
Ultra?
So in the morning I use uplifting cream. And at night, I use the TFEU pearls.
Oh, interesting.
No.
Why?
TFU they're called Essence Ultra, Kath. And I thought we
can call them the pearls.
I thought we couldn't call them the pearls. They got in trouble for that once. Anyway, they look so good under makeup.
The True Face Essence Ultra
capsules.
They
look so good under makeup. You should use them in the day. I'm not using them right now, but you should.
So should I use those in the day and my uplifting cream at night?
Uplifting cream I think it's preference. I think that there's either way, right?
But I don't need to use both of them together.
I mean, you could, but you don't need to. No. I mean, obviously there's overlap.
Yeah.
Okay. And I actually think, especially because I am a believer that you can get too much, right?
Yeah.
Then it starts to have diminishing benefits, or it doesn't layer very well, right?
That's true.
So, so if you're separating them, I think that's fine, and that probably is good for like a super involved regimen. Uplifting cream just has some film forming ingredients in it that work really well under makeup also. So both of them are kind of pluses.
Well, and
okay.
Don't we have clinicals that say that it has immediate benefits, like within 30 minutes? So that's where I was like, I need a little bit of help immediately. And so that's where I was always doing that one in the day. And then, I don't know, I guess I assumed that the blue capsules, the True Face Essence Ultra was, I'm going to use the proper names, trademarks, was best at night when I'm like, again, repairing. But I don't know. I just wanted the 30-minute, immediate uplift on all the sagging skins.
You look great.
Thanks.
Stunning.
Thanks.
And then what?
But it's okay if you use either one, morning or night, and switch it. But you don't need to use both of them together. That might be overkill.
If you're looking for a moisturizer and you decide that that's the one that you want to use, then I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. There's obviously a lot of overlap, right? I mean, essentially the Essence Ultra is in the uplifting cream, right? So you get that overlap. I love I saw the light bulb.
It just went off. Wow.
This is why we have Casey here instead of you and I just trading our secrets.
Because I would have totally just made something up.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, that is okay. That makes sense.
There we go.
Why? So don't waste your money and use both. Use them at different times.
I think that's a great strategy.
That's how. Yeah, that's
So what do you use for sunscreen? Sorry.
So then I do my bright eyes, right before, and then I do my Radiant Day sunscreen.
I thought you used uplifting cream. Use uplifting cream and then you use Radiant Day.
Yeah, because I need SPF.
I thought Radiant Day was a moisturizer.
It is.
It is.
It's a moisturizing sunscreen.
So you're using 2 moisturizers in the day.
Is uplifting? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Uplifting cream
I
is-
guess so.
Yeah, moisturizer.
I guess so.
Wow. I use uplifting cream at night as like
And
a
then
heavy
you
duty.
use moisturizer.
And then I use that at night and that's my cream. That's
Right.
my night
Yeah.
cream. And then I'll swap between that and transforming night. But in the daytime I use Radiant Day. That's it. Like as my moisturizer and sunscreen.
You're young and beautiful
Well,
with fewer skincare needs than I. So I guess I always thought of it. I don't know. Am I doing too much then if I'm doing that? Because I always end with my sunscreen,
Which you
Always.
should. You
which
always
is
wanna
which
end-
I love Radiant
Yes.
Day. I
Yes.
love that it doesn't. Sometimes if I put another one on over those, it feels too thick. But I
Too
feel like
much.
Radiant Day
Ugh.
just goes right on, and then my makeup is.
stunning.
I mean, obviously, I wear a lot. I'm really good at makeup, as we can.
You
all
look
tell.
beautiful.
I
Looks great.
literally
Very
do
well blended.
BB cream, bronzing pearls, my brows, and mascara. I'm not good at makeup.
Well, you're just naturally stunning.
I'm grateful for skincare.
Skincare is so much more important.
For skincare,
It's so much more
because I
important.
am not good at doing
Work at the
makeup.
right place.
So hallelujah for new skin.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. So then I just do. So I finish with my sunscreen in the morning, and then sometimes at night I'll do. In the winter I'll add transforming night, but a lot of times I feel like I don't need a moisturizer in addition to after the pearls. I feel like
Yeah.
I've got enough.
I just love how they make your skin look so glassy. The pearls.
I know, but the only thing seeing me at night is my pillow.
I know that's why you should wear them in the daytime.
Okay, I
Try it. Let me know how
I'll
it goes.
try. I'll let you
Report
know.
back. Try it tomorrow.
Okay, I'm on it. Challenge accepted.
Great. Can't wait.
What do you do different than that? Except for that you do uplifting at night.
Uplifting at night.
And Radiant Day.
Radiant Day. Yes.
Is your final.
Sometimes if I'm feeling really bougie, I'll do the True Face Essence Ultra both. But now I know not to. If I'm using
you don't
uplifting
have to do it. Not to.
Well,
Oh, if you're using uplifting.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I could do True Face Essence Ultra and then Transforming Night.
But we can always do True Face Essence Ultra
no,
on our
the
neck
wait,
and chest.
the duet.
Always.
Yeah.
The duet. So is the duet the True Face Essence Ultra and the Dramatic Effects?
Yes-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
Ish is one of my favorite answers.
Yeah, that's good
You're
enough for me.
close.
Close
but
enough.
Not quite.
Close enough.
But basically, yeah, one of them is very similar to Essence Ultra, and the other is very similar to Dramatic Effects with some alterations.
Got it. And it's
So some of
just
the
for
key
your
ingredients, but
décolleté.
not the.
It's for your neck and décolleté. Yes. Décolleté.
Neck-
Oh, and your
Did you just say neclote?
I did.
I like that. I feel like we need to trademark that.
Yeah,
for
that's a good one. You should put it on the thing.
Okay, I'm on it.
Give me 10%.
Okay.
What's best for your chest?
Define chest for me, please.
Like age spots, I'm assuming it's the peel pads. And I don't know, just looks old. Kind of.
Clavicle up.
Yeah.
I would
sure.
also think, I mean,
I was going to say something else, but I
I
won't.
was keeping it podcast friendly.
Oh, gotcha.
thinking.
It's
So,
important.
I'm just trying to like go through like the pros and cons of different things in our portfolio. So any facial product you can use really on any other skin. The issue is more using body products on your face. You wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
Right. So I mean, if the peel pads, so if we're just talking about great products to help with like smoothing and brightening this area, right? I mean, it's anything that you could actually, you know what would be really great, I think, now that I think about it, is the Here You Glow toner.
Oh,
right? Because it's got all of those
Yeah.
hydroxy acids in it. It comes in that big bottle, right? And just like sweep that around, and
that's
then
a good
I
idea.
like that.
and
yeah.
then follow up with something like your dramatic effects. Sorry, with your duet.
Duet.
Yeah.
That was a pro tip right there.
That is a pro
We just
tip.
got a pro
Okay.
tip.
Okay. I'm gonna
I
start
hadn't
doing
thought of
that.
Yeah.
I don't use the Here You Glow on my face.
I don't use it on my face either.
I
'cause
just
I'm
like the
using
priming
primer, so
foundation.
I like
And
that
if you're
for.
using the facial pads too, that would be
Yeah.
a lot.
That would be too much.
But if let's say you were doing peel pads 3 times a week,
Yeah.
then you could use the Here You Glow on the other days, or would it be too much if you were using both, even if it was
I
alternating?
think that's when it gets into different people and different skin types, right? And you would probably want to start off slow with that and
Okay.
make sure you could do it, because anytime, like lots of people are asking because of peptide retinol complex now, and it's like, well, can I use this with this? And it's like, well, hydroxy acids can be sensitizing by themselves, right? And retinols for some people can be sensitizing for themselves. So when you put them together, it's not necessarily that one is, and like one's causing it, but it's just the fact that you're combining them, that you're just increasing that potential in total, right? And so I think anytime you're looking at like something like your Here You Glow and your HA facial peels, there's gonna be a lot of people who have got really thick skin that they're like, I love it, it works great for me, and then you're gonna have someone else who does it who's like, oh my gosh, like I burned up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And so I think you just have to kind of know your own skin and then take it slowly and use caution.
Okay. I love that.
Skin is so personal.
Yeah.
It really is. It's wild how it's so. I mean, it's not shocking, but
It's not.
It's
but
just
at the same
so
time.
personal.
And then think about our like R&D team who is trying to make
products for everyone.
products for everyone, but then also specialized products for
Certain things.
us. Yeah, like that's wow.
You guys crush it.
Yeah,
You really do.
there's a lot to that.
Incredible products.
Yeah, our formulators and dev scientists are pretty amazing.
That's
They're some
amazing.
smart people.
Love that.
So.
Yeah. There's so much about the products too that we don't know about. So
I know, and it is, some of it is trial and error for sure.
Mhm.
yeah.
With it, I always talk about, you were just saying, like, I have the toughest skin. Like, I rarely have like breakouts. I would not be good for our like tests at New Skin where we're like, oh, is this sensitive? I can
No, I'm good.
I can like bring it on. I have like farmer skin.
You're not skin panel approved.
You've got like leather skin. Like not leather skin like it look, but like thick.
No,
like
but
that.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But so it's interesting because I can try things and I'm like, I'm not the best. I'm not skin panel approved for sure.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
But then I have 2 older teenage daughters who I'm like, I just want them to do the basics, right?
Mhm.
Wash your face, girls. Like
Yes.
I'm always like, wash your face, wash your face. Even if you didn't wear makeup, wash your face.
Yeah.
100%.
Right? Like wash your face.
Are you gonna have them do the cleansing balm?
So yeah, but they don't wear makeup. Neither of my girls wear makeup.
So
So
should
let's
you
talk
not-
about the cleansing balm.
Yes, and should you not double cleanse if you're not wearing makeup? Is the only
That's a
is
great
there
question.
benefit? And I heard about the tip. So sorry. I heard about the tip that you do the cleansing balm and then you lumi on top of it. Is that approved?
Yeah. So I cleansing. So at night, I use my cleansing balm and I get all my.
Yeah.
I don't even want to tell you guys that sometimes I used to just lumi over my eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Again, some bad choices are made.
How
by
are your
me.
eyelashes?
Fine,
Okay.
but
All right.
lazy, right? Sometimes I get lazy. Anyway, so I cleansing balm and then I just get I moisture mist my face, put my cleanser on. I always use my Lumi cleanser because you want your Luma Spa to work right. And then
Yeah.
I just cleanse right over it. And I feel like it is like
Incredible.
so clean.
I love
So clean.
Yeah. So I think that there's a lot of benefits because I've done a little bit of cleansing balm and then Luma Spa in combination, and I don't wear a lot of makeup at all.
You don't need it.
I don't have anything on today, so oops.
Didn't know we were filming.
Truth. But what I think though works out well, especially being here in Utah, is I feel like if I use cleansing balm, like it almost helps to like give me just a quick surge of hydration before I take everything off.
Yeah.
And so I think that sometimes it kind of helps balance my skin just a little bit. So I think there's lots of different ways and purposes for using it.
Hmm.
Some people who are maybe a little bit oilier though too, they might be like, I want to do this first and then I'm going to use my Luma Spa after, just to get like that first set of grime off. I think it just depends on how people feel about their skin and what they're doing and what their days are like.
Hmm.
But I think like when I have been in full makeup, right? Like when someone else does it for me. I mean, using cleansing balm just to break all that up and then Lumispa. Because I mean, I've done Lumispa with just that and it gets, I mean, it's just overwhelming for the Lumispa and then I feel bad for it.
Yeah.
Poor little Lumispa, you tried. There was just too much.
Hard. If anything can take off that, it's the Lumispa.
Try.
Okay, but I love that. So we cleansing balm. Even if we're not wearing makeup, it's fine to do that double cleanse.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
I love how it just like
It's so
pulls everything off without
being greasy.
being greasy or making my skin feel stripped.
Yeah, 100%.
Like my skin does not feel dry or I don't know if stripped is the right word, but like
no, for sure. It's a good point about the hydration. I feel like it's super hydrating.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
And I only do that one at night, but maybe it wouldn't be bad to do in the morning just to give my
if you did it
boost
in the morning and night, would that be bad?
it wouldn't be bad, but I'm trying to think. I mean,
I like that we're making Casey be like, are we too much? Are we over the top, girls? Because I think sometimes we're over the top.
no. I mean, I think you could. I'm just
10%
trying
of the
to- I mean, especially again, if maybe you skimped on some of your hydrating ingredients like the night before, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to like hit that with this or what I typically do, and so again, I want to help get that balance beforehand. I think there could be a lot of benefits to that.
I love this.
Me too. This was very informative.
I know.
Very appreciative.
Well, first of all, I feel like I'm glad that I'm doing most things.
Yeah. This was a confidence boost.
It was. It was a confidence
needed
boost.
this.
But also now I know why I'm doing what I do.
Yeah.
And how to explain to people why I do what I do. I've always just been like, hey, Casey said do these 5 products in this order. And so I do it. But I feel very educated.
Me too. I always need a little punch in my pocket.
It helps. It helps.
It does.
Number 1 most important product, Lumispa.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
The GOAT.
And if I'm going to use my peptide retinol, always use a sunscreen.
Yep.
Taking that.
And the fact that there's TEFU in the uplifting cream. And the fact that the uplifting cream, you can put a moisturizer over that.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Now we know.
I feel like the little stars.
The more
I
you
know.
the more you know.
This whole episode is like light bulbs. Wow. Education. And
I love it.
I love it. I love it. Casey, Gretchen, thank you.
Thanks for having me
here. I appreciate you guys. And next time. So thanks, everyone. We're grateful to have all learned a little bit more about morning and night skincare.
Love it.
Thanks.
Bye.